step and ready to go. Good morning, everyone. We are so excited to get to hear from Brad Junker, and I know he's all fired up, ready to go. Take it away, Brad.
Oh, good morning, everyone. I tell you what, it's been a great week. We were talking earlier, and Trish was talking about a lot of things about obstacles that came into life, and those kind of things that all happened. And we always got to look at things and say, you know what, today's either going to be a good day or a bad day. We have to make that choice. We have to make that decision. And the old adage is that if you're standing up and vertical, you're in good shape. And that's always a good thing. But today we're going to talk about something that I'm battling with. I am working on my own issues. So this message is not just to everyone out there, but also to myself, because this is really an important area that I need to get better at. And we're going to talk about personal development. And we're going to talk about about 5 different topic areas of personal development. I don't know how to share on my phone yet, but I have a chart that would have been good, but I don't know how to put it on my phone. But we'll go through it.
You will text it to me. If you can do it while you're talking, if you're a multitasking king this morning, send it to me and I will post it up.
I will try, Trish. Let's see here. There we go.
Sorry if I interrupted your momentum and your
thought
process.
Okay.
I don't mean
that's
to
okay.
We can show it. We'll show it.
I can't find it right now, so I'm going to have to just pass
on it. Post it on Telegram. Watch for it.
We'll work on it. I'll try to get it to you. But the first thing that, a lot of things that happen when you do personal growth, it is a decision on your part. Like we were talking about, getting up in the morning, making a decision. And personal growth only happens when you make a decision to do that, to grow. And you got to be willing to change. You got to be willing to change something. Obviously, something in your life is bugging you that you want to change. Like you want to, maybe you're lacking in motivation, or maybe you're lacking in training or learning or vision or development or creativity or goals. You need to figure out where area you need to work in. And to do that, you need to have a system or a path, a roadmap. When you go on a trip, you plan your trip and you lay out the path where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. Well, you know what? It goes about, you can talk all you want and do whatever you want to say, and you say, oh, this is going to be great, and you got all the motivational, you got everything there, but you know what? You don't put action to it. All you do is just sit there and say, this will be nice where I want to go. But we don't get the big picture of it. And we have to learn how to develop a game plan and put a game plan together of the area. Now, don't take off and say, I got to change all of this. Work on one area at a time. Try to improve yourself with not taking such a big, you don't go and eat the whole steak at once. You take little bites. And you got to work on those areas that you have to work on. And you need to be in an area where you have to determine the course of action you're going to take. The important thing about that is when you have a game plan and you're going down that path and you're actually putting action to it, you actually have areas where you can see goals and you're starting to hit those goals, and you're starting to see things change in who you are and how you want to get there. But the most important thing is that you take action. Take the plunge, in other words, take the plunge and dive into it saying, you know what, I'm just going to go do it. I'm just going to go make this do it. What's the worst thing that could happen? They could say no. Oh my gosh, they could say no. Or, they could turn around and, things could change, major things. And you got to get out of your comfort zone. That's where I'm stuck in. I'm stuck in my comfort zone, and I got to get out of my comfort zone. And I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Some people sit back and they work on areas of change that help you in your path. You can work on things where you have where your actions maybe don't show a lot of effectiveness. Well, that's when you got to go and you got to sit down and have and set up a relationship with a mentor, a person that can come alongside of you, who has walked the path, who has walked the and determined those kind of things. I'm really lucky. I have, I got Coco and I got Trish and I got Eric, and I tell you, I'm really lucky. I got people that I can look up to and I can actually call and talk to and get advice and how to make this happen. How do I get past these roadblocks? And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can make it happen by watching some of these people. Now, a lot of times, personal growth, you sit back and you say, well, I can do this on my own. Yeah, you probably could, but it's going to take a while because you're not going to have that mentor there. If you want to speed it up and you want to get this personal growth thing going and get this momentum changing in your life, get a mentor, get someone that you can walk the path with, someone who will look over your shoulder to help you, to guide you, to encourage you, to do those kind of things. And if you're one of those people that are already in that leadership role, you know what? People are going to be looking to you, and you need to be that leader to help them, to encourage them, to go alongside of. And everybody's building their business right now, and there's a lot of people that have a lot of questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? You don't have to do it for them, but you can encourage them in how to do it. And helping understand that people all have issues or parts of their lives that are challenging to them, and you can help them walk through those areas because your leadership has given you guidance or helped you in areas. Maybe you're scared to talk in public. Maybe you don't want to, look at Colleen. She was scared to death about talking in public. And now look at her. She's out there doing presentations constantly. And she's doing an incredible job. And we go through these kind of things of growth. It didn't happen overnight. We work on it. And with the help of your team and the people around you, you can make that happen. Probably the most important thing is to understand that you are the one responsible for this growth. It's not your leadership. It's not those that are around you. It's not anybody else. You are the one that makes the decision to grow. You need to take responsibility for those areas of growth. And if you are not attaining your goals in those areas, then turn around and ask for help. Ask for, don't be so strong-willed that you're sitting there saying, I can do this. I can make this happen. I can make this all go, deal with it. Again, lean on your leadership. Help them, or they will help you. They will give you, they see it from a different perspective, and they know how to help you and help you in that walk, where you're going, how you're going to get there. Set down a plan, write it down, obtain it, read it every day, read it every morning, read it every night before you go to bed. Read it every day. Know exactly what your plan is, where your path is going, where you're going to be going to, what you want to obtain. We try every day to grow and improve ourselves. I think it's important for us to always understand that personal growth is not it's an area that we need to develop in. I think the most important thing here is that when you determine your path, you have that mentor sitting alongside of you, and you have everything going, you got your track, you're going and doing things, put action to it. Put action to it. You've got the motivational skills, you got everything going for you, but put action to it. Make it happen. Again, it's your decision. It's not anybody else's decision, it's yours. But know that you're not alone in that walk. You got the team behind you. You got those that are supporting you. You got those that are encouraging you all along that way. Trish, I've been working on this stuff. I've been looking at this stuff. I've been reading. I've actually picked up books, and I've got some good books that I'm reading now. It's difficult, so I listen to the audio one. And but if I read them, I turn around and I actually have a problem because every time I start reading, I fall asleep. So I listen to the book, and I can listen a little bit longer, and I can start taking notes while I'm listening to what's going on. So there are options of how to make it happen. You can grow in different ways. You got to be flexible. You got to be, to understand those kind of things. You can't be locked in a box. I have a saying at my office is that it's time to get creative, and it's time to think outside of the box. And that's where I'm at. I have to get creative, and I have to think outside the box, because reading to me was difficult. Not that I couldn't read, obviously, but the fact that I needed a different way of reading a book, because it just was difficult for me because I kept falling asleep. I try to look at everything in a very positive way, and I try to look at things and encourage things. And I tell you, it's a lot more encouraging, when you got a person driving down the road and they cut you off, and you wonder what's going on, you get angry and all this kind of stuff. Well, think of the other side. Maybe it's somebody that's in a hurry. Maybe their wife is having a baby at the hospital, and they got to figure out a way to get to the hospital. Or, what? Maybe you got a slow vehicle in front of you, and you don't know why you're getting frustrated by the slow traffic. Be positive. Look at things in the positive light. Maybe they're an older person that has never been to this city or that town or wherever, and they just are scared to be on that road. They don't know where to go. So you got to look at things in more of a positive light and how that all works. But personal growth is important. We've had lots of talks in the past few days and weeks on how about persevering and going through all these kind of encouraging parts of personal growth. But put action to it. Lay out a path, write it down, get with your mentor, determine the path that you need to go, and make it happen. Trish, that's what I got for everybody today.